Cougar Products LLC is really pleased to present to you this totally unedited video of our Mark 7E filling system in action. This system is capable of filling tea lights, lip balm sticks, right up to large containers, metering to 1/10,000th of an increment and to 1/100th of a gram in weight, while it's adding color and fragrance, totally mixing it and dispensing it to an exact proportion in a candle. If you notice, these votives are being filled right to the meniscus pore at the top, right to the point where it would spill over if one more drop was filled into the container. This system dispenses while totally controlling the temperature of the wax within 1 degree Fahrenheit temperature. So not only are we filling to a precision amount, adding color and fragrance to within 100th of a gram, but we're also controlling temperature on the pour within 1 degree increments. An immediate advantage of doing this is that you no longer have to worry about preheating containers before you fill them, because we can control the exact temperature of the wax. We can heat the container while it's being filled. The Mark 7E's maximum pouring capacity of just over 5 liters a minute produces thousands of candles a day, even under the worst case scenario. The Mark 7E is our 7th generation, the E upgrade on this machine, which has been around since 1989. It's been field tested, it's working worldwide, and it's producing every day, 7 days a week somewhere. Our customer base includes everybody from mom and pop operations and garages to multi-million-dollar concerns that are running many machines at one time. The cost effectiveness of using a Mark 7 versus other systems are many. Among the significant ones are because everything's poured by time. We can tell exactly how long it's going to take to do a production run. We're only tying up one worker, which our machine, by the way, usually replaces 3 to 5 pourers. We replace as many as 13 with one machine. And we're micromanaging the employee because we know that it's going to take 2 seconds to fill a votive, and we got 1,000 votives, which is 2,000 seconds. So we're controlling the employee, we're inventorying all of our fragrance, our dye, and our wax, and we have absolute control over every facet of candle manufacturing through this simple device. I want to reiterate with some of the wonderful advantage of our Cougar Products Mark 7E pumper. In this particular situation, this company started out with one machine. We did all the calculations on the machine, established their production in that frame, and now as they grow, they just bring in another machine. They can double the size of their company overnight by adding one employee and one machine, and you can see where they are right now. As you observe this video, you'll see that there's about 30 support people for these 4 guys pumping, and those people, all they're doing is boxing jars and laying down new jars. It's an all-going process, and you need the table space to process candles anyway, so they just add more room and more people. Because production is run by time, you know exactly within probably 10 candles what this man's production counts will be for an 8-hour shift. There's no surprises of any kind. The fragrance loads are exact, the fill loads are exact. It's an absolute precise science, and there's no waste, no cleanup. Each one of these candles is being filled in 8.5 seconds. This is the Yankee 26-ounce standard jar. It's a piece that you can do all your math off of. We know within 100th of a gram how much fragrance is in there, how much wax is in there, and how much color is in there. So we can actually do precise inventories of all the components of a candle. We can do precise calculations of labor costs for this candle, and we know we're not going to have any waste, and it's going to be very straightforward production. And talk about quality control, we can come in a year later and run 12 of this exact same candle and ship it to a customer on a short order, and there will be absolutely no difference between the candle made a year from now and the candle made today. To change to a different fragrance takes approximately 60 seconds. There's no waste, no setup time. You just lay your whole job out on the table there and jump to the next fragrance load. It's a very simple procedure. Anybody can do it. Once we come into your plant and the initial training session, you're independent of everybody. Only 1 or 2 select people in the plant know your candle formulas, so you're not creating your next competition, which is a big problem in candle making. The actual pourer has very little information at hand. They're just sitting there pouring candles. They don't even know the ingredients. They're just pushing a button for 8 hours a day. These are still hand-poured candles. They're poured with a wand as a hand poured. And you're going to get absolute quality control, absolute time management, absolute inventory control in your whole plant forever. We cannot stress this enough. Once you're set up with a Cougar Mark 7E pumper, you are not dependent on any one employee. When times get slow, slow times of year, you can lay employees off, you can bring in family members, you can run this any way you want to, and it's always going to be perfect quality control. I always found it interesting in a situation like this, that the people, the pickers that are setting the jars out and boxing the candles, they're doing all they can do to keep up with these 4 guys running these candles. If you look in the background of these videos, these guys are really hustling to keep up here. And we know exactly what our labor costs are going to be on this. Looking at 22,000 pieces. They'll be turned over today. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. There's about 30 employees here. You've got people cleaning, labeling jars, setting up pieces. There's only 4 people pouring candles here. The rest is normal labor that you would have in production. And over there in the corner is an ELF 12-head filling system, gravity fill, that's been sitting there for months. I don't know if they have any intentions of ever hooking it up. They are convinced that there's no way that'll keep up with these guys, even on one, and lacks flexibility. So he's pouring 350 to 400 candles an hour in the 26-ounce container. Scott, it'll be interesting to see this video because I don't know what you put on here. It'll be fun watching because I've never seen it. He started pouring from this end of the table. That's about 4 hours work, and that's where he is. So that's pretty good. Do that with any other system in town. And he's almost to the other end of the table, so he's really been pouring pretty good, hasn't he? Mm-hmm. How much time savings do you figure this machine has accomplished for you in the pouring?
I haven't stayed as late. I don't think I've been here a night past 5 o'clock since I started.
With the machine?
With the machine.
The first day we poured, we did, I believe you said, about 5 hours work in 18 minutes?
18 minutes.
Wow.
We did 1,152 on Monday. Tuesday, about an hour and a half. 1,152 pieces.
In an hour and a half.
An hour and a half.
What would you say it took you before to go through this process? First and second pour?
2 days.
2 days.
Well, because of the time and because of it truthfully, on my scale, I have figured in 4 hours to pour 1 batch of candles. That's what I have on my so profit just went up.
And right now we
Please
did
don't
it.
tell anybody.
And how long did it take us to do this? 10 minutes to pour?
Oh yeah, to pour the red one's 10 minutes. And I have figured on my profit margin paying somebody for 4 hours.
Shh. You don't want to tell everybody that.
Yeah, but